Today I'm very happy because we're going to start working with our class of B1 level. We're going to have a reading activity and we're going to talk about pizza, which is just pretty good because we're going to have a very cute story about pizza. So the first thing that I want is welcome to this TEDU live class. You're going to be in Facebook, Instagram, or in a YouTube. Doesn't matter where you are, you're welcome to be here with us. Welcome to come and practice English here in TEDU. My name is Teacher Jonathan, and I am very happy to have you here with me. And the idea is that we're going to have a good class with excellent activities today. Today we're going to have reading activity. But before we start, I want you to share this video. If you're on YouTube, subscribe and click to the little bell there, that red bell, so you can click there. If you're on Facebook in this moment, share. Very easy. You just share here with the compartir button. Have it here. You just share to all the people that are, in the class. So for all of my friends around the world, thank you to be here with us. And for all of you students in Villavicencio, in Bogotá, in Yopal, in Acacias, in all different places, welcome. We are very happy for you to be here in TEDU. I'm waiting a little bit more, for more people to talk about it. But the first question that I want to ask you in this moment, and I want you to write down in the comment box, is what is your favorite pizza? I know today in 2020, pizza has different styles around the world. In Villavicencio, there are different styles, for example, in New York, or in Bogotá, or in Lima, or in England. So what I want is you right now tell me, what is your favorite pizza? I mean, when you say pizza, you say, yeah! What type of pizza do you like? So I want you to write right now here, you comment, what is your favorite pizza? For example, for me, my favorite pizza is, I have two favorite pizza. The first one is Hawaiian pizza, like the pineapple with cheese on that. Oh, that's delicious. And when you eat it, oh my goodness. And when at the back part, it has like, it's like a rectangle, So at the back, when it's full of cheese, delicious. The second delicious pizza that I like is Napolitana. The Napolitana pizza is excellent. I very love it. It's one of my favorite pizza. And different places have different ones, okay? So today class is going to be about, and I'm going to put it here. I'm going to connect the camera. Right now, I'm going to move in this part. It's a little bit longer here. So I'm going to put, today is going to be about the story of the modern pizza. When we start all these things about the pizza, who started, how it works, how we have pizza like today, is different today pizza from the past? Is different or is the same? So all of these, we're going to work it in a very specific way. Okay, so right now what I want is, I want you, because we're going to have a reading activity. It's very important because you are going to read a lot of information. So in this moment, it's very important that, I'm going to put it right now here. It's very important that, it's very important that you are going to work with the reading part, okay? So in that case, we're going to work a little bit with all the different things. So I'm going to put a big screen so you can read. Now, in my personal opinion, you would do it, take a photo of the reading part. For example, right now we're going to start reading. So you take a photo so you can have the picture in your camera and your phone, because after we're reading, we're going to have a question time, okay? So you're going to have a question time, so it's important that you maybe take the picture and check it. So you just, with the camera, just click the picture to the screen so you can have the information in your phone, okay? That's going to be pretty cool, okay? So one more time, what is your favorite pizza? I want you to write down in your comment box, what is your favorite pizza, okay? What is your favorite pizza? Let's write down. I want to have a connection here, so write down, what is your favorite pizza? Perfect. So during your write it down, I'm going to read the story. Read the story. So pizza. Please pay attention to the pronunciation. So you can read and listen to me. Perfect? That's gonna be cool. So number one, the story of the modern pizza, as we know, began in Naples, Italy, in the late 80s. Baker Rafael Esposito is usually given credit for baking the first pizza with tomato sauce, cheese, and toppings. According to the legend, pizza was popularized when Esposito was asked to make a pizza for Italian King Umberto I and Queen Margherita. So that's one of the things the first thing that we have, okay? So one more time, he said, the story of the modern pizza, as we know, began in Naples. Naples is a city in Italy. You know, in the late 80s, that's very important thing, 80s. I didn't say 1,800, no, pow, that's the incorrect pronunciation, 80s. So if you know, what you have to do is separate, I'm gonna put it here, you have to separate, I'm gonna put it right here, you know, you have to separate the two numbers, 8000, so that's 80s, you have the S, so 80s, okay? So 80s means all the 100 years, 80s, the millennium. Baker Rafael Esposito usually gave credit, you know, have the credit to be the first person, you know, baking. What is baking? Baking is when you have something like a bread or flour and you put it in a hot place. So it start like getting cooked. Yeah, baking would be like horneado. So that would be the word. Baking the first pizza with tomato sauce. This is a very important word. Sauce. Sauce, as you see here, sauce is a salsa. That's what we got. No salsa. No. Sauce. Okay? Cheese and a topping. According to the legend, pizza was popularized when Esposito was asked to make pizza for Italian King Umberto I and Queen Margherita. Okay, so that's one of the first things that I want you to pay attention. Okay, now let's go for the second part. Now here it's going to be a little bit more important. I'm going to move a little bit the thing here so you can take the picture. Remember, take the picture. Very important. Take the picture. So he said, when the royal pair visited Naples in 1889, you see that I divided again. It's very important when you talk about dates. One more time, I want to put it here. 2 lines. It's very important that you separate 1889. So when the royal pair visited Naples in 1889, Esposito allegedly baked 3 different pizzas. The Queen's favorite was the one in which Esposito had designed in honor of Italy's red, white, and green flag. What is a flag? Flag is like we say bandera, so we put it like that. So that is a national flag from Italy. What color it has? It has red, white, and green. It has basil, mozzarella, cheese, and tomato sauce. Right now, when you see the picture, you know, the picture of the pizza, that is the mozzarella pizza, the margherita pizza. So Esposito named it Pizza Margherita in her honor. So you know, this pizza is popular because it's in honor of the Queen of Italy. So it says Margherita Pizza in her honor. So pizza, however, fell into immediately take hold in Italy. As Italian immigrants, what is an immigrant? A person, for example, Colombian, and travel, for example, to Mexico. So Colombians travel to Mexico, that called immigrants, people that live outside of their home country. So that is one of the things that we have. So that's one of the things that we have right now. So as you see, my friends, you have right now, Laura Valentina Moreno said chicken with mushrooms. Excellent pizza, excellent choice. I love it. Come on, I want you to write down all the pizza that you have, all the pizza that you like. I want you to type down. Come on, let's practice. So second part of the reading part. Pizza, however, fell into immediately take hold in pizza as Italian immigrants came to the United States. However, pizza came with them in the 95. The first United States pizza or pizzeria that was like a restaurant of pizza was established in New York City. The pizzeria called Lombardi's. No Lombardi's from Betty La Fea, right? Lombardi's. That was the first name of the first pizza in the United States. It still operates today. Soon, other pizzerias or other pizza restaurants in New York City and beyond appeared. By World War II, World War II is all the people fighting. Pizza was one of the American most popular foods. In the 1950s, the Totino family of Minnesota was thought to have produced the first frozen pizza. What is frozen? Like a pizza, like there in the fridge, frozen, completely ice. So they made the first frozen pizza. Like you go in the fridge, take it out, all prepared, put it in the baker, hot, eat. They don't have to prepare the pizza. They just there, take it, bake it, hot, eat it. Simple. That is the purpose of frozen pizza. Okay? Let's continue with the reading. This is the last part of the reading. So, in 1958, Frank and Dan Carney borrowed $600, of course, from their parents and opened a fixed pizzeria in Wichita, Kansas. They called the restaurant Pizza Hut. Ooh, Pizza Hut. Do you remember that name? Because they didn't have space for additional letters on their first sign. What is a sign? Like a billboard, a short billboard. That will be a sign. Pizza Hut became very popular, and soon the brothers opened new restaurants and inns. The first pizza franchise was born. Franchise is like franquicia. So today there are more than 10,000 Pizza Hut restaurants. Similar, Domino's was established by two brothers who borrowed $900 to pursue a pizzeria called Dominick's Spaghetti, Michigan in 1984. John Shutter founded Papa John's in Indiana. I know you remember Papa John's. Today, Americans spend over 33 billions, not millions, billions of dollars each year on pizza. In 2016, there were over 77,000 restaurants in America that serve pizza. There's a lot of money, a lot of people, okay? So again, I said to take a picture and then you can send it to me. You can have the picture there because now we're going to have question time, okay? We're going to have question time. And remember, these questions are important, okay? So this question time is going to be first question. And I want you to help me there. Type them. So Laura, Herman, Freddie, all my friends that are right now watching, I want you to type down the answers in the comment box. And you that probably watching this another time of the day, type down, because I'm going to give you some space time. So the first question is, where did the story of modern pizza begin? Where did the story of modern pizza begin? Where? Come on, you can type down. Henry Murcia, welcome to TEDU School. So where did the story of modern pizza begin? Question number 2. Who and when did the first modern pizza? Who and when did the first modern pizza? Remember, when we talk about who is quién and when is cuándo. So there are two questions in one. Who and when did the first modern pizza? Okay? The third question is, in the 80s, who were the ones that asked for a pizza to Rafael? Remember that Rafael is the person who has a credit for the first pizza. So these three questions are going to be, things. So let's go back to the first part, and I'm going to read it again. So maybe you can have the answer. The story of the mother pizza, as we know, began in Naples, Italy. In the late 80s, baker Rafael Esposito is usually given credit for baking the first pizza with tomato sauce, cheese, and toppings. According to the legend, Pizza was popularized when Esposito was asked to make a pizza for Italian King Umberto I and Queen Margherita. Let's see. Remember, take a picture so you can have the information very fast. So come on. I want answers. I want to answer, my friends. First question. Where did the story of the mother pizza begin? Where? Do you remember where? In Naples, Italy. So where did the story of mother pizza begin? In Naples, Italy. That's the first question. In Naples, Italy. Naples, Italy. And I'm going to put it here with yellow, and I'm going to put it a little bit down. Uh-oh. Naples, Italy. Okay, I think yellow is not going to work. Let me change a little bit for you guys. No problem. Uh-oh. Here it is. I'm going to change with, how about we change with what color? I think blue, it will be fine. So I'm going to put a little bit higher. So in Naples, Italy. That's the first question, Naples, Italy. So come on, let's go for the other. Who and when did the first modern pizza? Who and when did the first modern pizza? Remember, you know who. You know who. Who is who? Here is. When? In the 80s. And who were? Rafael Esposito. So here the answer is, who and when did the first modern pizza? In Naples, and Rafael Esposito did the first ones. Now, third question. In the 80s, who were the ones that asked for a pizza to Rafael? I know you know the answer. Who were? Right here. Esposito was asked to make a pizza for Italian King Umberto I and Queen Margherita. So Umberto I and Margherita were the first person who asked to Rafael for a pizza. They asked, you know. Now, let's go for the second. What happened in 1889? What happened in 1889? What happened? I'm going to have the information here. When the royal pair visited Naples in 1889, Esposito already baked 3 different pizzas to Queen's favorite was the one which Esposito had designed in honor of Italy's red, white, and green flag. It had basil, mozzarella, cheese, tomato sauce. Esposito named it Pizza Margherita in her honor. So the fourth question is, what happened in 1899? King, what's the name of the king? Come on. King, the kings of Italy, you know, you have the name here. Umberto I and Margherita asked for a pizza, and Rafael made 3 pizzas. So that's what happened. They came to his restaurant and started it. Number 5. What was the Queen's favorite pizza and why? I know you know. The Queen's favorite pizza was Margherita. Why? Because it has the colors of the Italian's flag. Red, white, and green. So that's why, okay? Number 6. When and where was the first pizza in the USA? When and where? We have the test here. Where and where was the first? United States pizzeria was established where? In New York. When? In 95. 95 in New York. That was the first thing. So, the next one. Who did the first frozen pizza? Oh, that's very easy. Who did the first frozen pizza? Who did the first frozen pizza? I'm going to change this a little bit here. Who did the first frozen pizza? Right there in the last paragraph, that sentences. In 1950, the Totino family of Minnesota thought to have produced the first frozen pizza. So that's one of the things. Then the next one, very good, Valentina, Margarita. The next question, I'm gonna move it here. The next question is, let me see if we finish. Yeah. How much money did Frank and Dan ask for their parents? How much money did Frank and Dan ask for their parents? We have it here. In 1958, Frank and Dan Carney borrowed $600 for their parents, opened the pizzeria in Wichita, Kansas. They called their first restaurant Pizza Hut. So the question here is, how much money did Frank and Dan ask for their parents? $600. That's the right answer. Number 8. What was the first name of the modern pizza restaurant? You know the name, it's very popular. What was the name, or what was the first name of the modern pizza restaurant? And the answer is, come on, you have to type it down. It's Pizza Hut. That's the first one, Pizza Hut. So, and the last question is, today, how much money do Americans spend in pizza? How much money do Americans spend in pizza? How much money? We have the answer here. $33 billion Americans spend in pizza. $33 billion. In 2016, more than 77,000 restaurants in just America. No Mexico, no England, no Asia, no Colombia, just America. 77,000 of restaurants. Okay? So that is a big thing. So that's a big thing, really. A lot of money. Okay, my friends. So this is our class. Today is a reading. Today is a reading activity. And I'm more than happy for all of you to be here. So I want you to share this video, help us to connect, help us to work out with all these things here, because it's going to help us to grow our community in TEDU School. Okay, so it's going to be very cool. So I'm very happy for all of you. Thank you very much to be here in TEDU Live class, and see you next time. Bye-bye.